All right, happy Thursday night. Coach Micheal Burt. Merry early Christmas to you. Hope you've had a good day off. I've been doing some rejuvenating myself, which means creativity, right? For me, it means creativity, guys. So just got everybody in the bed here at the house and had some family over today. So I hope everybody's doing good. And I'm in Tennessee, so they tell us it's going to snow here. What's up, Mike? How you doing? Tonight I'm going to be talking about how to go pro. And if you've been following me or been watching a lot of stuff that I do, you guys know I got a book coming out January 31st. It's my life's work. And I'm really excited about the book. So we've been doing all kinds of promotions. And I tell people the only way I know how to promote is just promote, man. It's just to put your business on the street. It's just to get out and talk about it. And so everything I've been talking about for the last really 2 years has been this book, Flip the Switch on Pray Drive, Amanda Beener. And so I was telling my team last week we did this 5-day Pray Drive challenge every day at noon. And it was just phenomenal. The energy was phenomenal. The audience was phenomenal. And the other night I just had this instinct, which is what Pray Drive is, Greg Gilbert. It's instinct to pursue. A lot of people listen to their instinct, but they don't follow through on that instinct. They don't back it up. So my instinct was to do it again. So I was sitting with my team on Monday of this week, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do another 5-day challenge, Lee Simmons. Except this 5-day challenge is going to start Monday the 26th. It's going to go through the 26th, the whole week next week, every day at noon. And we're going to call it the Go Pro Challenge. And we're kind of gearing up to offer this package in 2023 that includes kind of body, mind, heart, and spirit. My whole life, since I was 18 years old, when I started studying Dr. Stephen Covey instilled in me that people were made up of 4 parts. Body, that's physical. What's up, Mandy? A mind, that's mental. A heart, that's emotional. And a spirit, that's spiritual. Each of those parts produce different needs, different intelligences, different capacities. And if you really want to have a conversation about potential, which is an idea of kinetic energy that is stored until activated, we really can't have that decision. We really can't talk about activating your potential unless we talk about the whole person. And the whole person is physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And what we're doing is we're leaving our amateur desires behind. Okay, and we all have amateur desires. That's human nature, right? And it's and we're kind of making this very important decision to go pro in our lives. And when we go pro physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And I remember, guys, I think I talk about this in the book. I know I talk about this in the book because everything I'm talking about is from the new book, Flip the Switch. It's coming out January 31st. I talk about when I made a decision in my life to go pro in each dimension of my nature. When did I make a decision physically to lose 30 pounds, get in better shape? And I still got a lot of room to grow there. When did I make a decision mentally? And I think I made the decision mentally literally at 18 years old when I read the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Right, Debbie? That's when I made a decision mentally. Then at 25, I made some decisions. Then I recommitted to my faith at 30, I think 37, 38, 39, something around there. I read The Blessed Life, The Blessed Church. So what I did is I remembered these key moments in my life where I made these big decisions to kill something off and to really go pro, okay? So next week, we're going to be doing a Go Pro challenge. It's going to be every day at noon. And it's a Pray Drive challenge, and obviously we're right in the middle of this campaign to move these books. We're leading everything up to a January 13th big event. We're expecting hopefully 1,000 to 2,000 people virtually on that event, the 13th. It's called Activate. But when you think about all parts of your nature, and you ask yourself, what is it? What's a framework or a reference to go pro, right? And how many of you out there watching this, no matter where you watch it, have ever worked with a pro? And what did you observe about the pro? Like what did you observe? Did you observe their work ethic? Did you observe their intensity? Did you observe their persistence? Like, what does it mean to go pro? Well, if we looked at the habits of the top performers, you guys have heard me talk about them. It's all over the book. Habits of top performers. Some people would call these attributes. They have remarkable boldness. Where did that come from? Where did the remarkable boldness come from? Confidence, which came from the courage, the commitment cycle we talk about. They've got intrinsic motivation. In the book, I call those because goals, big reasons you do things when you don't feel like it. Then they've got grit and resilience, which Duckworth wrote a great book. I think it's over my bookshelf over here on that, which is just a breakdown of what grit is. How do you build grit? And then they've got connection, something we could all get better at. And then they've got the ability to lock in and see something through to its conclusion. So if you worked every day with a pro and you kind of worked with a master, you would be able to observe these habits. How do they connect with people? How do they create value? How do they understand monetization? How do they follow up with people? How do they stay so disciplined? How do they think, right? And so that's kind of what we're going to get into next week, but we're going to bring another component into it, which is the physical part. Okay? If you came to me today and said, I lost all of my confidence, outside of reading your book, Swag, on confidence, Coach, what would you do? I'd say, go to work on the body. There's nothing that'll bring more confidence to a person than going to work on your physical nature. Okay? Whether it be lose weight, get in shape, build muscle, okay? Just look good and feel good. And when you start looking good and feeling good, so your confidence is going to go up. Confidence being the memory of success. Confidence starts by committing, then you get courage, then you get a new capacity, then you ultimately are confident. You got a new demonstrated capacity, right? So going pro starts with a simple decision. I am leaving my amateur desires behind. And I'm making this important decision to go pro in all parts of my nature. Now, after I go pro, I got to recommit. I got to commit and I got to recommit. A lot of people are good at committing to something, but they're not good at recommitting to something. Okay? So what we're going to be doing next week, I want you to share it with people. I'll post the link. It's a simple Zoom link. We want to get about 500 people on that GoPro challenge. We will talk about what I do every day. I'm going to bring Craig Capersa on, who is on my team, who was once a famous bodybuilder, weightlifting champion, really became known in that space, and then started a software company called Metron. He's on my team now, and we're going to bring him on to talk about mental, physical things, and then we're going to gear up at some point here in the next week or so and offer a GoPro package to all of our coaching students where you can get physical and mental. I love the concept of a mental gym. You go there. I had an incredible session not long ago with a psychologist where I just got clear on a lot of things about what I wanted to do this year and how I wanted to do it. But you're right. It starts by committing and then recommitting. Right, Diva? It starts by committing and then recommitting. I almost said decommitting. Right, Lee Simmons? We commit, and then we wake up and we got to commit again. And we've got to commit again. And in the book, that would be under the persistence of prey drive. And the persistence of prey drive is the willingness to embrace the suck. It's the willingness to do things you don't want to do to get some kind of result that other people ain't willing to do, whether it be prospect, follow up, do what you got to do. So the GoPro challenge, we're going to break down habits of the top 1%. We're going to bring in a physical component. We're going to start teaching you how to get your mind right every morning. Then we're going to teach you how to persist. When you lose your prey drive, how do you get it back? And we're going to do that all next week, Monday to Friday. That's going to take us right up into the new year. And then, dang, man, we're going to get this thing across the finish line. Everybody's going to check their goals, get a checkup from the neck up, see where they finished. And then we're going to ask ourselves, how do we go into 2023 and get exponential result? Not how many of you guys are sick of getting the same result, or 10% Amanda Beaner growth? We really need some structural things to change. You're probably going to add people. You're probably going to go get some new knowledge. You're probably going to have to do something to have a better year in 2023 than you did in 2022. So I want to challenge you. When I post the link tonight, go ahead and register. It's a GoPro challenge. It's 5 days next week, right after Christmas. It'll be good. So everybody's gone out and ate good food and celebrated and, do what you do at Christmas time. Be thankful for everybody. And then we need to get ready for the new year. And then I want to put on your schedule this Activate event, January 13th, completely free, by the way. It's my way of promoting this book, giving more value, and then just trying to get people to the circus. That's what I call it, man. So anybody have any questions for me tonight? Okay. So hope it's been a good day. I've had a good day of rejuvenation. I went out to the lodge. I went and took all cars to get them washed today. It's like, why do you get the car washed when it's coming a snowstorm? So my wife asked me. I said, I like having clean cars in the garage. It's a mental thing. Rode out to the lodge. If you see some of the stuff we're doing out at the lodge, it's incredible. We had a parking lot at the lodge. Steve, we cleared out the land. I mean, it's going to be beautiful, man. We're trying to add tiny cabins, big sign, redo the barns. It gives us something, right? When do the in-person events happen? 13th, January 13th. Lee Simmons. That's when the next in-person. I'm going to actually be doing Activate at the Lodge the 13th. I'm actually flying to Gainesville, Florida to do an event on the 5th, I believe. Then I'm doing something in Watercolor, Florida for a top State Farm agent, Matt Schomburg. And then the next week I got Activate. Then I've got the 18th through the 20th Person of Interest, plus the Micheal Burt School of Speaking. Then the 25th through the 27th, I got the certification for people that want to be a certified coach with me. If you've ever dreamt of being a coach or want to be a coach, then this is it. It's time to get in the game, okay? So as soon as we get through the next couple of weeks, guys, this is probably the longest I've been not being on the road speaking at something. Then it's back on tour, man. Those country music artists, they don't come back and start touring until February, March. Old Coach Burt comes back January 5th, starts touring again. You know what I'm saying? January 13th is Activate. It's going to be for the people who purchase books to be in the room with me. And we're going to bring it downstairs, so it'll be a big event. We expect about 150 people there, maybe over 100,000. Over 1,000. I'd like to have 100,000 on the virtual. You can get your tickets free to the virtual. I'll post all of that, so be watching. We're about to move it to a heavy promotion cycle on the 1st of January, 13 days before the event. We're going to bang it out. And then if you bought 10 or more copies of the book, you get to come live, be in the room with me. So, Steve, attack is prey drive. Prey drive is instinct to pursue. Pursue what? Talent, potential, opportunity, deals, partnerships. It's instinct, okay? Instinct to leave amateur desires behind and go pro. That's what prey drive really is. Prey drive is prevalent in an animal, specifically a dog. And I, took that concept and associated it in humans, turned it into a science, deconstructed it, codified it, and then put it into a book that McGraw-Hill's bringing out January 31st. We have moved about 4,000 units of that book, so thank you. That means the world to me. If we can get that thing to 10,000 copies with all the promotions and the things we're doing, then we'll be looking at the top of a Wall Street Journal bestseller. And that matters to me. And I think the book's really going to help a lot of people. So I want to come on tonight, say hello. Please go to YouTube, by the way. All of my stuff goes directly to YouTube. So what's it mean to go pro? It means to make a decision, to expect excellence from yourself and play at a very high level. And you got it in you, man. So I'll see you guys probably tomorrow at Christmas, because I ain't going to stay awake. Love you guys. God bless you.